Hello guys, I'm back again, and this time I'll be reacting to this video, how to travel the Philippines, and that's gonna be awesome. So let's just get started. I would like to know more about the Philippines. Hopefully one day I can go there and visit that place. It's gonna be awesome. Philippines. Oh. Look at the fucking water. Oh.
Hi, my name is Christian LeBlanc, and in 2015 I had the extreme pleasure of traveling to 9 Asian countries and spending almost 7.5 months abroad. Every country has unique things to offer, but the
Oh.
Philippines was
Yes,
by
I
far my
want to
favorite.
visit,
I've never met a kinder group
a
of
lot of
people
Asian
and a more
countries.
beautiful
Well,
landscape.
all of them.
The bluest of waters, the most exaggerated landscapes. There's so much to see and so much to do. The Philippines is comprised of over 7,000 islands, of
Oh.
which I saw a handful. During our time in the Philippines, we stayed in 3 main areas: Manila, Palawan, and Cebu. When you land in the Philippines,
Okay.
you'll be landing in Manila. However, we don't recommend spending any longer than you need to. Simply get on the next flight from Manila and head to either Palawan or Cebu. For our trip, we went straight to Cebu. Once
Wow.
we left the airport, we went 15 minutes away, got a hotel, and stayed there for about 2 days. Mactan is beautiful, but we don't recommend
Look
staying
at
too
them.
long there.
Oh, that
After
reminds me
that,
of
we caught a
Nemo.
cab going into Cebu City, where we would go to the local bus station to catch a jeepney heading south.
Okay.
Jeepneys are the buses used by the locals. They're highly affordable, highly safe,
4
and I
hours.
highly recommend using them. Once the jeepney took us to the southern tip of Cebu, we took a ferry going to Dumaguete. Once we arrived in Dumaguete, we got on the Filipino tricycles. You'll see them everywhere. We took one of them into Dumaguete and spent the rest of the night drinking and singing karaoke with our newfound
Oh,
friends.
karaoke.
The next morning, without any sleep, we got on the ferry and headed to Siquijor Island. Once we got on the island, we rented this crappy little car. It broke down like 5 times.
I love
Not
these
really any
type
other
of
option.
cars.
Have to
They're
rent some
super
sort of
cute.
vehicle because there's no other
Fucking
means of
shit.
transportation. Siquijor Island is known
I'm
as
not
the
answering.
Mystic Island, or for its voodoo magic. However, we didn't see anything too weird. Siquijor is also not very well known to the public. I
Oh,
barely saw any other tourists, and it was mainly the locals
cute
who love it.
couple.
One of the most beautiful places I saw while traveling for 7.5 months was here, Saladong Beach.
Saladong Beach. Oh my god, look at the fucking.
I remember looking over this diving platform and thinking, there's no way anyone jumps here. The tide must be out or something. And next thing I know, these 3 dudes
Oh, I want to do that.
off into the ocean. It may as well
It's gonna
be
be
called
fun.
peer pressure beach.
Yay.
Everyone ends up jumping at the
Wow.
end of the day. This was one of my favorite beaches in all of my travels.
Okay.
We spent our last day in Siquijor, spending time with the local strays and enjoying traditional Filipino meal known as a boodle fight. The reason it's called that is because once people start eating...
Wait. Is that rice? And
It's a free-for-all.
you Philippine people use their hands to eat like that, right?
It was surprisingly good.
I guess the same
After
like
Siquijor,
here.
we went back to Dumaguete and then straight to Oslob.
Not in
Oslob
everything
is
though.
known for one thing, and that is the whale sharks. The whale sharks are some of the most amazing creatures you'll ever see. For $30, you get 45 minutes to swim next to these whale sharks, and there's generally going to
Really?
be 5 to 50 of them. The truth is,
Oh.
they're being fed, so it's not quite as impressive as seeing them in their natural surroundings, but it's still very impressive.
I'm not sure if I can
recommend
do
you go at
that. It's
6 a.m.
scary.
Ideally, eat their fair share of tourists and go back into the ocean. No, they don't eat people, but you do want to be there early. If you have extra time in Oslob, I highly recommend checking out Tumalog Falls. It's only about a 15 to 20 minute
Tumalog.
motorbike ride
Oh,
away,
that's
and it's definitely worth
beautiful.
the sight. Now, this is
We
a
have
bit of an untraditional
yeah,
route, but one
like
I highly
that.
recommend. After Oslob, we went straight to Bohol. Bohol is a large island. Because it's a bit unusual, you won't see this advertised online. What we did is we simply went to the pier in Oslob and asked around until we found someone who was driving their boat across. I think we paid about $20 to $30 per passenger. If you don't do this, you'll have to drive all the way back up to Cebu City and catch a plane or a boat from Cebu City. After spending a day hanging out on Holic Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches, we rented This is a full
Chocolate?
feature in itself. There's a lot to do. You can see the beautiful cathedrals, the creepy little monkeys with big eyes known as tarsiers, and of course, the chocolate hills. I love Bohol.
Chocolate
I don't recommend saying that out loud
hills.
too often. To get back to Cebu, we went to the
Whoa.
big pier in Bohol and took a boat going back to Cebu City. Once in Cebu City,
I'm
we took a
jealous
jeepney going
of this
down to
guy
Badian.
here.
This is
His
about a
girlfriend.
3.5-hour bus ride. Badian is incredible. This is where we went canyoneering, one of the most
I want to
memorable
travel.
experiences of my entire trip. Although
Pantheon.
I've probably said that a few times now.
Oh
If
god.
I were to imagine where Gatorade came from, I would imagine it was here. The water is one of the most unique blues you'll ever see in your life.
Yes.
And one of the best parts of the whole experience is when you get to the very end of the canyoneering, you're led to this
Food.
beautiful waterfall known as
Fish.
Palawan Falls. The company we use is called Badian Cebu Canyoneering. I recommend it.
Kawasan Falls.
After Badian, we went all the way back to Dumaguete.
Badian.
Dumaguete paid about $50 to get a boat to take us to Apo Island. We split that cost
Nemo.
among the 4 of us
Oh.
and paid another $5 to rent snorkel gear for the day. The reason it's called Apo Island is because Apo
Oh,
means
hi.
sea turtle, or at least the Filipinos told me that. And it makes total
Oh
sense.
my god.
We saw about 7 to 8 sea turtles that day, and it's just an absolutely beautiful island, 100% worth the visit.
Look.
After Apo Island, we made our way all the way back to Mactan, the airport where we originally landed in Cebu. From the Cebu airport, we had a one-way flight to Puerto Princesa, Palawan. There's an incredible place you can explore in Puerto Princesa, but we didn't spend any time and headed straight to El Nido. We paid about $15 to have a passenger van drive us north to El Nido. Now you're probably asking, why do I go all the way to El Nido? The answer is that
Look,
it's probably
how
one of the
beautiful
most
is this
beautiful places
place.
in the entire world. In fact, it's been consistently voted the most beautiful islands in the world. And according to my
Yes.
mom, Kanye West
Look.
has an island there.
Looks
The footage
amazing.
you see here is from Laura and I on Tour A. There's tours A, B, C, and D. The only one we did was Tour A, but we absolutely loved it. From what I've heard, the island tours A and C are the best. However, talk to people around you and you can get some feedback from them.
Oh.
On the mainland of El Nido, there's an amazing cliffside overlooking all of El Nido.
Oh wow.
It's called Tara
Oh.
Cliff. It's actually pretty dangerous, so you'll need a guide to bring you up.
That's
We asked
awesome.
around the town until we found a guide for about $30. Generally, dive shops will be the most in place to go, and they can organize you with anything from accommodation to tours. Just make sure
Wow.
they're not taking advantage of you. Do your research. I don't think I've ever sweat so much in my life. My shirt could be wringed out, and you would. Oh, yep, there's water coming out of it. In El Nido, we rented a bike and did a day trip to Nakpan Beach, my all-time favorite beach. It was so unbelievably beautiful that we made another trip
She's
back to actually spend the night
cute.
there. I'm freaking dying. I don't
Oh.
understand why the power keeps dying every single friggin' 2 hours. One note that should be made is that El Nido often loses electricity, which leads to excruciatingly hot days and nights where the air conditioning does not work. To avoid this,
Oh.
simply stay at a place that has generators. El Nido has a great reputation for scuba diving. Laura and I did 2 dives. We saw sea turtles, massive schools of fish, and we even went
Fish.
scuba diving into a cave with super poisonous snakes. I didn't like that part. If you're really big into scuba diving, you'll want to go further north to Coron. Coron is widely known as the best place to scuba dive in all of the Philippines. There's sunken warships that you can actually dive through.
Oh,
It's very beautiful.
oh.
The next day, we went back to Nakpan Beach. We
That
used
is
a local way of
amazing.
transportation
It
that sat
makes
on
me
the top of
want
the
to
truck.
travel
We
right
paid
now.
probably about $2 each, and it was
I'd
an
love
amazing
to
way
do
meet the
that.
locals.
It's gonna be
Highly
really
recommend you go your
insane,
way
but I
to
need.
not only save money, but try these unique and authentic experiences. Nakpan Beach is my favorite beach in all of my 7
It's
and a half
gonna be
months of
expensive,
traveling.
like,
It's truly a hidden gem. If
to
you don't
do
go to
all
Nakpan Beach,
this.
you're missing out on a huge part of what
So
makes
probably
the
one day
Philippines
I
so
will do
special.
it.
I absolutely love Nakpan.
I've never been to
Nakpan was
Asia
essentially our
before.
last night in the
Just
Philippines.
like
After Nakpan, we went all the way back to Puerto Princesa.
Europe,
took
like
a flight
France
all the
and
way to
Italy.
Manila, the capital of
But it's
the
not
Philippines,
really
and
exactly
then
the
left
same
Philippines
as
from
going
Manila.
to Asia.
My time in the Philippines was unforgettable, and I loved it so much that I'll actually be going back in 2016. To finish this video, I thought I'd answer
Flower.
a few questions that I know will be commonly asked.
Oh, I want to
First,
try them
is
hot.
the Philippines safe?
Right.
The Philippines is very safe. Like any country, there will be bad places and places you should avoid. In this case, I recommend you avoid the south of the Philippines, also known as Mindanao. The best resource will always be your national embassy. See what they have to say on every country you plan to visit. But to conclude this question, the Philippines was one of the safest countries I visited in my entire
Oh,
time.
that's
in Asia.
awesome.
The second question is, do I
Elephant.
need a visa to visit? For the Philippines, you actually don't need to buy a visa in advance. But what you do need is you need to buy buy a two-way ticket, and this is crucial. This almost affected Laura and I and almost had us turned around. When you go into the Philippines, you'll of course have bought a one-way ticket into the Philippines, but you also need to have purchased a return ticket. Your tickets cannot be more than 21 days apart, because 21 days is the most the country allows you to stay without special permission. I highly recommend you always do your own research because terms can change. But to conclude, make sure you have your return ticket bought in advance. The third question is, where should I go if I don't have
I think
time
it's
to
almost the
both
same
Palawan
thing for
and
other
Cebu?
places.
Well, this will totally
Like
depend
for
on you.
France
In my
to
opinion,
when I
Cebu
had
has
to
more
go,
to do.
I had
You have options
to
between the whale
buy both
sharks, cliff
tickets.
jumping, going canyoneering,
Italy.
and even island hopping.
Oh,
Palawan, on the
cute.
other hand, has a bit less selection. You're either going to Puerto Princesa or you're going to El Nido. And El Nido is absolutely stunning, so I would highly recommend you make your way there. But if you don't want to spend 10 days laying around the beach and doing island tours, I recommend you do Cebu. Both Cebu and Palawan have incredible islands to offer, and if you can't make them both work in this trip, maybe consider doing one now and doing the next in the future. It's definitely worth returning to see the other. And the last question is the Philippines expensive? Now, I'm not going to go into any detail, but a very vague answer is no, it is not expensive. It's very comparable to traveling through Thailand. A meal will cost you anywhere from $2 to $5 American dollars. And accommodations is a little bit more expensive, going anywhere from $7 all the way up to $15 for a reasonable accommodation. Overall, traveling the Philippines is very affordable and I highly recommend it. This video just gives you a small glimpse of each place, but if you want to see a bit more in detail, check the description box. Because I was vlogging every day, I've created vlogs for every single experience we had in the Philippines.
That's amazing. I would love to vlog too
so if you
when I
want more
travel
information on a
next
particular
time.
event, or simply want to see our adventures
Oh,
from start
that's
to
so
finish,
beautiful.
make sure to check out the vlogs in my description. I hope you guys found this video insightful, and if you have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to leave them in the comment box, and I'll do my best to get back to every single one of you.
Thank
and
you.
as always, I'll be posting daily vlogs as I travel through Southeast Asia and North America over the next year. So make sure to subscribe because there's a ton more to come.
Yeah, sure. That's amazing. Oh, look at the fish. Oh, really, that was insane. Philippines, I don't know. I didn't know the Philippines is just like this. It's an amazing place. So hopefully one day I can go there and visit all these places and vlog. That would be crazy. I'll make sure to visit that someday. I need to work hard for that. So that was my reaction for this video. And that was amazing. Thank you for requesting this, and see you guys in more other reaction videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, request, and follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. Have a good day. Beautiful people, annyeong, hello, bye-bye, goodbye, see you.